part of the why we have you guys here is to like have you guys teach us, right? And maybe we can learn from each other.
Yeah, true.
So like this is like, okay, it's all about you, and like what can we do for you, right? And so you know, what can we do for you?
The only like, it's like one of the things we discussed in the housing area is like a lot of the stuff, the deadlines when you age out, there's nothing to transition from. There's no transitioning group from being the younger adult to being now a full adult. I feel like sometime maybe there should be like, before you hit cutoff, but a little bit after cutoff, you should still have like a transition area that's teaching people just to not only, okay, you got here, now we want you to stay here, and this is how you do it. It's one of the things I feel like would help us.
So tell me, yeah, explain to me. I don't know anything about the cutoffs and all that.
See,
just break it down for me. What is that?
A lot of the cutoff is there's an age, basically I think it's 24 to 25 is usually the cutoff for help. We don't get much help after we turn 25, so the big point would be having an area like 24 to 26 be a transition zone, so then people that, okay, you've gotten to where you have to be, now we're going to show you ways to stay there and not leave that area and how to maintain it, so then when we do have you out of our system or out of the so-called system, you'll know what to do by yourself and won't need the help, and you'll be able to help others.
What have you heard anything that other people have said that was like, oh, that's a great idea, or I haven't thought about that before?
There was, I think, somebody earlier who was talking we were actually talking about the same subject of the cutoff, but we never thought of the transitioning area. That's what kind of made me think of, okay, yeah, we do get cut off early, then we're just stuck. And then there are also, somebody mentioned, for the ones who are under the age of limit. Like, there are a lot of kids that get kicked out their home before they're 17, before they're 18, and can't do anything. And it's a little messed up, like some of the shelters won't even accept them. And there was one more thing that me and somebody else was talking about, a strictly LGBT housing areas. Either it just being a shelter just for LGBT community, or basically having somewhere set up just to help the LGBT a little bit more, or not more precise about it than other places around who just kind of throw you around in circles.
Okay, gotcha.
I've only been out in the city for the past 2 months. I kind of left a crazy family to be free, and it's actually been pretty helpful with having the different resources out here. It's just knowing that they're there is usually harder than finding them. See, when I first got here, the first week, it was like, wait, what are you talking about? Wait, huh? And then finally, after I had to go and ask more people, what is this? What is this? I started picking stuff up for myself. I feel like there should be something out there to help those new people know what's going on around them. And that's something that you don't see that much.
So how do you go from, being like sheltered and living with, your parents who take care of everything to like, okay, now you know nothing.
Now you're free to do everything on your own.
It's like, how do you get to those, how do you like
transition to yourself there? And so far, personally myself, I found it's been really easy when you have friends around you who are trying their best to make something different happen. At least then you can actually say, all right, we're doing something different. When you come out here and you have nobody and you're hanging out with like the wrong group of people, because I'll admit, there are a lot of people out here who, you have the ones who are homeless and want to stay homeless and just smooch off of everybody else. And then you have those who are homeless, but they want to get out of here, but they're doing everything they can. And I bumped into both halves of them.
Sure.
Neither half is wrong with what their point of view is, because that's for them. It might not be right for all of us, but it's right for that person. And that's when you have to take your own consideration and change something. If you're gonna actually get up and get a job, get up and go do something. Don't just sit around and get high and get drunk all day. Hi, Precious.
So one last thing, is there anything that you're burning to talk about that's just burning you up to share with?
Truthfully, I feel like I know that we have a lot of groups that talk about the HIV prevention and all that, but we don't have that many people actually going out and just talking to random people. We're so confined just into like our own community that we're not even letting the people outside of our community know. I feel like there should be some way of like, all right, we'll all meet up, have a nice discussion. Now we're gonna go outside and pick random people and just start talking to them about it. And that's one of those things that's been burning for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a very good idea.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to share with that person out there who doesn't really know, do you have any words of guidance or encouragement?
Things I can actually say to those who are new to coming out here and all that. Don't trust everybody at first glance. You might have those friends who seem like the bestest friend in the world, but they're the first ones to turn on you. And it's sad to say that out here, but always keep an eye open for everything. If it being a job or a bad friend, just always be aware of your surroundings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I wish somebody was there to tell me that.
Yeah, right?